Mr. Worry. Poor Mr. Worry. Whatever happened, he worried about it. If it rained, he worried that his roof was going to leak. If it did not work, he worried that all the plants in his garden were going to die. If he set off shopping, he worried that the shops would be shut when he got there. And when the shops wasn't shut, he got there, he worried that he was spending too much money shopping. And when he got home with his shopping, he worried that he'd left something behind or that something had fallen out of his basket on the way home. And when he got home, he discovered that he hadn't left anything behind, that nothing had fallen out of his basket on his way home. He worried that he'd brought too much, and then he worried about where to put it all. Left was just one long worry for poor Mr. Worry. One day he went for a walk. He was worried that he might walk too far and not be able to get home. But on the other hand, he was worried that if he didn't walk enough far, he wouldn't get enough exercise. He heard a long worry, or you could say he worried a long hurry. He met Mr. Bump. I'm very worried about you, he said. What's that? Asked Mr. Bump. I'm worried that one of those days you might hurt yourself, he said. Don't you worry your head about that, replied Mr. Bump, and went off, tripping over his own feet. Mr. Worry went on. He met Mr. Noisy. I'm very worried about you, he said. What's that? Asked Mr. Noisy. I'm worried that you might lost your voice, said Mr. Worry. Don't you worry your head about that, said Mr. Noisy, and went off. Cup, cup, cup. Mr. Worry went on. He met Mr. Greedy. I'm very worried about you, he said. Why's that? Asked Mr. Greedy. I'm worried that you might eat too much and be sick, explained Mr. Worry. Me? Replied Mr. Greedy. Eat too much, impossible, and went off for lunch. Mr. Worry went off. He met a wizard. Hello, said the wizard. Who are you? I'm Mr. Worry. And you look incommon. The wizard told you up. He went on for his was a half bottle of wizard. Why don't you go home and write down everything sign that thing that you're worried about, and I'll make sure that none of those things ever happens. He smiled, and then you wouldn't have anything to worry about, will you? Mr. Worry smiled. It was the first time he'd smiled in a long time. In fact, it was the first time he'd smiled that year. He heard home in great excitement. When he gets home, he sits down to write out all the things that worried him. Everything's fine thing. It was a long list, and then he went to bed and had the biggest night's sleep he had in years. The following morning, a wizard came around to collect Mr. Worry's list. He said when he saw the sign of it, Howard, he says, leave it to me. I'll go over and make sure that none of those things ever happens. And went off. And when he went, nothing to worry about now. He cut over his shoulder. Nothing at all. Mr. Worry had a sign of weeds. That day was the first day in Mr. Worry's life that he don't have a single thing to worry about. And the next day, and the day after, and the day after that, on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Mr. Worry didn't have to occur in the world. But on Monday morning, he was worried man. Oh dear, what do you think? He was worried him. Can you guess? He went to see the wizard. Oh dear, said the wizard when he saw him standing on his doorstep. What's wrong with you? I'll tell you, said Mr. Worry. I'm worried because I don't have anything to worry about. And he went home to worry about nothing, having to worry about. the end. When this video, please subscribe and thumbs up. But when you like to watch more of my videos, just search for my name, Jia-Chen. See you soon. Jia-Chen.